Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. Today is a nice day. Woke up, nice, cool out. It's rainy a little bit. Well, it was earlier. But they say there's supposed to be thunderstorms throughout this afternoon and evening. So I don't have to water today. So what else am I supposed to do? So I figured I'd do a garden overview and a project overview. So, with this, I'm now on day 5 and I'm on pause. Day 4, I made this second level here. And on day 5, I made it so it slopes down back towards the back of it. And it slopes one way, and it's a little bit farther down over there for the waterfall, and even farther down over here for the pump and filter to go. And then I've been making, I guess, a patio area, kind of, with some of this dirt around here by my hammock. The grass is getting way too tall and actually touching the hammock, and it's bothering me. So, I got all this dirt, and I want to use it, but I can't, because I was out here last night, and I was watching it with the wind, and it is such a great wind blocker for these plants right here. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they have been damaged by the wind already. They're all leaning over one way instead of growing up. But I also should have cages on them, but I don't. So, over here, I got some ochre. My ochre is doing really good. And yesterday I found a blossom or bloom, and now it's that guy. I actually have one coming on the plant. And then I got another bloom over here, so another one will be coming there. And these ones are my tall ones, but they're not ready. Like this guy, he's not very tall, but he's a lot more sturdy, a lot more built of a stalk than these ones over here are. So I'm guessing these ones are going to get pretty tall. Over here, radishes are doing pretty good. They definitely like the cooler weather and the lots of water that they get from the rain. The lettuce. Need to trim it again. But I might wait because it's still looking a little iffy from last time I trimmed it. It hasn't fully came back yet. Now, these beets, they kind of got out of hand, and they weren't doing so well at the beginning of the year, or when we first planted them anyway, and we didn't want to just pull them and waste them, so kind of just going to let them grow. And they got these awesome little blooms coming on them. They come on white, and then they turn to a white purple, and some of them even go dark purple. Me and my dad didn't even know that they did that. We thought that they'd just go to seed like this. Like these. I think these are their seeds. But I'm not sure. I've never had these go to seed. Oh. I guess we do got one good plant. Right there. This one's growing into a freaking tree. Almost. The cucumbers over here are doing pretty good. I'm definitely curious to see the difference between these cucumber plants and those ones over there. Because those ones get a lot more pampered than these ones do. These are more radishes, but I think I'm just going to let them go because, as you can see, they're not doing too well and just instantly going to seed. My flowers are getting pretty tall here. These ones are a lot taller than the ones that I have over by the trench. That and, well, they're stunted for 2 reasons. For one, they're way too close together. Way too close together. And 2, one of the tomato plants had fallen over, and it doesn't like rest on it, but it just makes a cover for it, so it gets less sunlight. Sunflower leaves are getting huge. I don't know why, but I just like the look of the big old leaves. Some nice sunflowers going. That one's just going off. Oh, I guess I can kind of see the start of flower up there. So I guess it's going to slow down on growing a little bit now. This is huge. Like, I'm 5'10". It's got at least a good 2, maybe 3 feet on me. But this guy looks like something started eating it. Now this one, I don't know what really happened to this guy. Maybe he didn't get pollinated all the way, or maybe that's just how they grow. I don't know. This one, I think, got eaten. I like the little ones. They're so cute and tiny. I think some got to that one too. That one's getting pretty tall as well. Now this one's a little interesting, because you can see it's got green and purple on its stem. There's only like one other one that does that too. Now I've had a few friends come over as they're looking at the garden, and they're all asking, why do all these sunflowers point towards the alley? And I'm like, well, it's because they're chasing the sun. They're like, what do you mean? Wouldn't that be straight up? And I'm like, well, yeah, but for one, the sunflowers, the flower part actually doesn't go straight up. It does want to point one direction or another and follow the most amount of sunlight it can get that way. And, well, with this tree here, they don't get much sun from that direction. It's just mainly right above them in the afternoon sunset, or sunlight and sunset. But my neighbor's house, it's white, and white reflects sunlight, so that's why they are attracted that way, because they're getting more sunlight from the reflection of the sun on his house. I put my ladder that I never use over here for my garden beans, trying to see if they'll use that as like a trellis to climb up. Need to get in here and do some weeding. Cucumbers are doing pretty good. Starting to produce some cucumbers. Ooh, that's a good one. One thing I don't like about pulling weeds around like cucumbers and the gourds and stuff is after it's been there, the cucumbers will wrap around it. These little guys that are part of the cucumber plant here, they attach on to things and try and hold them up to support the weight of the cucumber. And they'll grab onto anything. So these little weeds and everything, they grab onto them. They grab onto each other and everything. Here's my other kind of cucumbers. Little short ones. They're a lot fatter, but short. Oh, there's a longer one. Hey, Oh no, I thought that was an okay. Cool. And then I didn't notice until yesterday that I have a gourd. Like, I knew that there were small ones on there, but holy cow. It's huge and heavy. Yeah, again, the gourds, they come all the way from right there and wrap all the way around the cucumbers. And they're all the way out here already. And they're starting to climb up into the compost pile. We did have some zucchini. I don't know if we have any more, but we picked some last night. We had some for dinner and it's pretty good. Here's the small guy there. Oh, right here. That's a good sized one. But we'll let him get a little bit bigger before we pull him. I think we got most of the other ones. But they are sure looking nice. Getting there. Now, when you look at these zucchini, you notice that they're bigger here, get smaller here. And I've noticed when I come out here in the mornings, the sun comes out and it hits this area more, and the tree blocks this area a little bit more than anything else. So you can definitely tell that zucchini likes the sun more, but it still goes in the shape, just not as big, probably a little bit of stunted. I wouldn't say stunted growth, it's still growing just as well as the other one is. It's just smaller. It won't get as big of a plant. The other ones are just huge. Like, their leaves are getting about just as big as the sunflower leaves are. Over here. Get some tomatoes coming on. These were the flowers I was talking about. See? Plant just on top of them. And they don't get much sunlight. Need to trim it back a bit. These flowers are getting nice. I'm thinking about trimming them though, because they're getting so big. I didn't think that they'd get that big. Some little plants down right there. I don't think they get as much sunlight as other stuff, but they're still going. Looks like I need to do some trimming in there too. There. I'm thinking about going and getting some more fertilizer. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about it. But we got these tomatoes here. Turning nice and orange before they turn red. I already harvested one of them. One of the group of 4 that was down here. Oh, I guess 5. But next one is going to be that one to pull. And then that one. Got some good sized peppers coming on here. This one, he's a trooper. Hasn't been sitting in the water in the trench yet, so I haven't needed to pull him, and he's not laying down. I mean, he's got a little bit of support right there. I'm waiting for this guy to turn red. I don't like tomatoes on my burgers, but I just want to see it, because I just want to see the look of a homemade big tomato sliced up on a homemade burger. I think that'd be amazing. Got another tomato about to turn there. This branch I'm gonna have to pull here pretty soon, because if these get any bigger they will be sitting in the water, so I'll probably clip that whole branch. sized tomato or pepper on there. Oh wow, it's a big guy. Some good ones on here. The garden's just gonna love this weather we're having today. Hopefully it lasts for a couple days. They'll love it and they'll sprout up or have another growth spurt after that if we have more than one day like this. And over here, they say that the Scotch moss here is just in bloom. And it does have blooms on it every once in a while, these little bulbs. But, I don't know. They also say that's why it's turning brown. But, I guess time will tell. See if it still stays or goes. But this guy, I'm in love with this guy because it's nice, green. Got some grass growing in it though. I'm afraid to trim or pull some of them of the grass on the inside because I don't want to pull any of the bits of the plant out. But I have been thinking about taking some trimmings off of it and see if I can plant it in other places. See how well that'll do instead of having to go out and buy more, because last time I went to go see if they had more, I couldn't find them anywhere. Then back to the pond. I'm just waiting on money pretty much in order to get a pond liner. I might be getting a mowing job here pretty soon, and especially how I don't have to worry about saving money for my ticket anymore. I had to take it from the last week of school, and I ended up going to court for it. And then they said to come back today, this morning, and have a court date. We go there, we ask them if we're in the right spot, because I don't know Buffalo County at all. And they look at us and go, well, I thought they would have sent you a letter, but you don't have court today. I'm like, oh, yes. And I waited till we got out the doors, and I was happy. Waited till we got outside to show how happy I was. But since I don't got to worry about that, there's more money in the budget for this pond. I can't wait till I can get a pond liner for it. I'm wondering, with the thunderstorms that are supposed to come in, I wonder if it's going to rain enough to actually fill this so I can at least come out here and look at it. See how it would be with the water in it. That'd be nice. But, yeah, just need a pond liner, and then everything else will start coming together slowly after that. The pond liner is the only thing that's setting me back. It's easier to get a filter and a waterfall and all that than to get a pond liner. Especially when you can build the other stuff. You can't build your own pond liner. Well, thanks for coming and checking out garden update again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.